In the heart of Pennsylvania, where the air turns crisp and the winter stretches long, the Amish community seems to thrive with a sense of warmth and coziness that feels almost magical. Imagine it's a freezing January night. While many of us are struggling with electric heaters or piling on blankets to keep out the chill, the Amish relax in warm, inviting homes that appear untouched by the cold. How do they create such a haven in the heart of winter? Grab your favorite mug of hot cocoa and get ready for a fascinating journey into the world of Amish heating, where clever solutions and resourcefulness keep the winter chill at bay. When you think of farming, images of vast fields, tractors, and heavy machinery might come to mind. But for the Amish, farming goes beyond that. Here, livestock isn't just for company or cute photos. They actually play a vital role in keeping homes warm through the cold months. That's right. The Amish have ingeniously found ways to harness the power of their animals for heating. Instead of relying solely on fossil fuels or electricity, some Amish farmers use animal waste as a natural heating source, bringing warmth to their homes with a unique twist. Picture this. You're sitting comfortably in a warm room, completely unaware of the chilly air outside, and the source of that warmth is a manure pit. While it may not sound glamorous, consider this. Manure produces methane, a gas that can be captured and used as heating fuel. In a way, the animals are giving back to their owners by helping provide warmth, even if the smell might not be the most pleasant. Sometimes, a little odor is a small price to pay for a cozy home on a winter's night. This creative use of animal waste for heating highlights the Amish values of sustainability and self-sufficiency. With around 95% of Amish families involved in farming, their connection to animals extends beyond feeding and caring for them. It's about using every possible resource. In fact, a single cow can produce up to 100 pounds of manure daily, which adds up to a considerable amount of heating fuel. You could say that in the Amish world, their livestock are the MPVS of winter heating. And it's not only about staying warm, it's about maximizing what you have, a valuable lesson as we watch our heating bills climb higher each winter. Growing up, I had a friend who lived on a farm, and we used to joke that if firewood ever ran out, there was always natural fuel to keep us warm. It sounded funny back then, but once the snow started piling up, those jokes turned into practical solutions. Sometimes, it's the little things that make the biggest difference, especially when they help save on heating costs. So while others may see just a barn full of animals, the Amish see a valuable resource that can keep them warm, showing us that sometimes the simplest solutions are the warmest ones. This close relationship between the Amish and their livestock not only keeps homes warm, but also deepens their connection with the land and animals they rely on. There's something special about sitting in a cozy room warmed by the very animals grazing outside in the fields. It's a feeling that goes perfectly with a cup of hot cocoa and fond memories of winter on the farm. And when it comes to making the most of natural warmth, the Amish are experts. Forget high-tech solar panels and fancy gadgets. The Amish harness the sun's energy through thoughtful home design and traditional methods. Their homes are more than just buildings. They're well-planned shelters that work in harmony with nature. Amish houses often have large windows facing south, letting sunlight pour in to warm the interior. It's like they've created a sunroom without any modern technology. On a sunny winter day, you can turn your back to the cold and still feel the sun's cozy warmth. This passive solar heating reduces heating costs significantly, and for the Amish, it feels like winning the winter energy jackpot. While many of us face steep heating bills, the Amish are soaking up the sun's warmth with smart design. Studies even show that homes designed with passive solar heating can save up to 50% on heating expenses, a figure that's hard to ignore. Once, when I visited an Amish family during winter, I stepped into their home and felt a wave of warmth and light. It was unforgettable, proving that when it comes to staying warm, the Amish have mastered the art of cozy living, without a single electric heater in sight. While I was daydreaming about escaping to a warm tropical paradise, the Amish were creating their own cozy haven right at home. I jokingly mentioned that I needed to take notes for my future house, maybe even start a seminar on maximizing sunlight for my non-Amish friends. They laughed, but I was serious. Imagine telling your friends that your secret to winter warmth is simply a sunny window and a comfortable chair, instead of cranking up heaters and worrying about high electricity bills. The Amish have mastered this balance of nature and home design. Their homes aren't just built. They're positioned and designed to absorb the sun's warmth in the most effective way possible. This natural heating method provides a consistent flow of warmth, almost like being wrapped in a blanket of sunshine. It's impressive how a little planning and home design can make such a difference in comfort. No need to dash around turning on heaters or searching for extra blankets. The sun is doing the hard work for them. But the Amish don't stop there. Once they've captured that precious warmth, they make sure it doesn't escape. Amish homes are known for their unique insulation methods, using materials like straw bales, wool, and even sawdust. These traditional choices might seem unusual to some, but they're incredibly effective. Yes, you read that right. Those humble straw bales, which many of us see as just barn decor, play a major role in keeping homes warm. It's like wrapping your home in a cozy hug, minus the need to ask for one. I remember one winter when my family visited Amish friends who were preparing their home for the cold months. As we helped stack straw bales for insulation, I felt like a craftsman, even if my previous experience was only with Legos. I was amazed at how these simple materials created a strong defense against the cold, teaching me a valuable lesson in practicality. Sheep's wool is another interesting option the Amish use. Wool is not only sustainable, but it's also incredibly effective at retaining heat and blocking out the cold. It's like a warm sweater, only instead of wearing it, you're wrapping your whole house in it. While it may seem like an old-fashioned choice, wool and straw are highly efficient. In fact, studies show that homes insulated with natural materials like wool or straw can retain heat much better than those using synthetic options. Plus, it's a win-win for anyone looking to save on heating bills, while also making an eco-friendly choice. And insulation isn't just about what materials you use. It's also about how you apply them. The Amish are meticulous in sealing their homes, eliminating drafts so that no chilly air seeps in. As a kid, I learned this the hard way when I felt the difference between a drafty house and one that was snug and sealed. For those of you watching on TV, if you're interested in sustainable living, there's also a book by Claude Davis, a seasoned survivalist, that talks about 126 superfoods and preservation methods from times like the Great Depression. We promote this book because it's filled with essential knowledge about nutritious foods and traditional preservation techniques, something valuable for future generations. Another great resource is Nicole Apollon's book on herbal remedies. To find these books, visit our channel, Frugal Solutions, on your phone or tablet and click the link in our channel description. Back to the Amish insulation methods, which go beyond practicality. They embody a deeper philosophy. For the Amish, it's about self-sufficiency and respect for resources. By insulating with materials like straw, they're finding a second use for agricultural byproducts. Who knew that a pile of straw could become a powerhouse of heat retention? Through these clever approaches, the Amish not only stay warm in winter, but also minimize their environmental impact. This balance of traditional wisdom and practical design shows that sometimes the best solutions don't require modern gadgets, just a bit of nature and resourcefulness. Once, I made the mistake of leaving a window open during a winter storm, and let me tell you, I quickly learned the importance of sealing up every corner of the house. It's impressive how fast a draft can turn a cozy room into an icebox. This careful attention to detail is what allows the Amish to create warm, welcoming spaces during the coldest months. They may not have all the latest gadgets, but they certainly know how to make the most of what they do have. In a world where people often search for quick fixes, the Amish remind us that the best solutions can be surprisingly simple. Now, let's dive into the Amish approach to heating with hot water. Their unique take on hot water heating, often fueled by wood, is a perfect example of practicality. Picture a big pot of water simmering on a wood fire. It's not just for bathing or washing. It's a multifunctional source of warmth that heats the whole house. In Amish homes, hot water heating isn't a luxury. It's essential in the winter months. The heated water is circulated through pipes around the house, bringing warmth to each room. It's like giving your home a warm hug, one room at a time. One winter, I visited a neighbor's Amish home, And the cozy warmth from their hot water heating system, combined with the aroma of fresh-baked bread, created an unforgettable experience. The heat and the bread, both coming from the same source, made the house feel like a true haven. Hot water is a versatile hero in Amish homes. It's almost like the Swiss Army knife of their heating system. Need to warm up soup? Just use some hot water from the system. Want a cup of cocoa? Grab hot water from the same source. It's the ultimate all-around player in keeping both homes and hearts warm. Amish hot water systems are also impressively efficient. They're designed to use the least amount of wood possible while still providing ample warmth. In fact, a well-insulated hot water system can be more energy efficient than many modern heating methods, saving resources and money in the long run. Imagine telling your neighbor that you've managed to keep your heating bill down simply by using a hot water system. That's a conversation starter. There's something incredibly comforting about knowing you can walk into a warm room after facing the cold, and the Amish have perfected this technique. Their method not only keeps their homes warm, but also highlights their resourcefulness. By making the most of natural resources, they're able to turn something as simple as a log into a source of warmth. I remember finding the best spots in the house near the hot water pipes to stay warm while playing cards with friends. Their ingenuity goes even further, as the Amish often make their hot water systems sustainable by using leftover wood from farming practices, ensuring a steady supply of heat while recycling what they already have. It's a brilliant example of self-sufficiency, practical, clever, and environmentally friendly. When winter brings its biting cold, the Amish have another tradition that's all about community spirit: shared woodlots. This practice isn't just about staying warm. It's a beautiful example of how the Amish community comes together to support each other. Each family contributes to a shared woodlot, where trees are carefully managed and harvested for firewood. It's like a neighborhood gathering, but instead of bringing food, everyone brings wood. Imagine Amish neighbors gathering around to discuss the best types of wood for burning. It's a scene of camaraderie that's truly heartwarming. In these woodlots, the community works together to keep a steady supply of firewood. I once heard a story from an Amish elder about how they would come together each year for a woodcutting day. It wasn't just a chore. It was an event. Children would play among the trees while the adults chopped wood, laughing and sharing stories from past winters. There's something special about knowing that the warmth of your home comes from a shared effort. It's like being wrapped in a blanket of community. With families managing these resources together, they ensure a sustainable approach to heating. No single family bears the full workload, and everyone benefits. This collective approach also creates strong bonds among neighbors. I can't help but chuckle when I think of the friendly competitions that emerge. Who can chop the most wood in a day, or who can stack the highest? It's a friendly rivalry that keeps spirits high, even as the temperatures drop. And let's not forget the sheer amount of wood they go through. An Amish household might use between 5 to 10 cords of wood in a winter. That's roughly 1,500 to 3,000 pounds of wood. Community woodlots are vital in ensuring everyone has enough fuel to keep their homes warm. It's a system built on trust, cooperation, and shared values, with benefits that extend beyond heating. Families not only secure their fuel for the winter, but also cultivate lasting relationships in the process. Who wouldn't want to share stories and enjoy a little friendly competition while splitting logs with neighbors? This community-based approach to winter warmth showcases the strength of the Amish spirit. The warmth of Amish life goes beyond just physical heat. It's about the strong community bonds that help them withstand harsh winters. When winter winds howl outside, Amish homes come to life with the crackling of wood stoves. These sturdy metal heaters aren't just for warmth. They're the heart of the home, a place where families gather, share stories, and enjoy the warmth that a wood fire brings. Built for efficiency, these stoves require a lot of wood. An Amish family might burn through 5 to 10 cords each winter. Imagine a mountain of firewood ready to fuel the stove all season. For the Amish, firing up the stove is almost a rite of passage, with each family having its own technique for building the perfect fire. It's an art, really, and some even compare it to cooking a gourmet meal. I remember a chilly evening at a friend's Amish home, where the scent of burning wood filled the air. The kids had stove duty, each trying to keep the fire roaring and impress the family. It even turned into a friendly competition as they vied for the hottest flames. These wood stoves aren't just for heat, they double as cooking appliances too. Amish families often prepare hearty meals right on top of the stove. Picture a pot of bubbling soup or a warm apple pie baking as snow falls outside. There's something about the flavor that comes from cooking with wood that can't be replicated. And each year, the Amish hold wood chopping competitions that bring out the competitive spirit. Friends and family gather, cheering each other on as axes chop rhythmically. It's a wonderful display of camaraderie, and for some, it becomes a test of skill and strength. Amish wood stoves are highly practical, designed to burn efficiently, maximizing warmth while minimizing smoke. A well-maintained stove can keep a house warm for hours, which is invaluable on long, cold nights. By using local resources, Amish families are able to keep their homes warm without relying heavily on outside energy sources, which keeps costs down, a real win-win. In Amish homes, wood stoves are more than just heating devices. They're a symbol of togetherness, creating lasting memories of shared warmth and laughter. Nothing brings a family together quite like the glow of a traditional fireplace. For the Amish, the fireplace isn't just functional. It's a place for family bonding, where stories are shared, and maybe a few playful debates about who makes the best hot cocoa unfold. One chilly night, I huddled around a friend's fireplace, taking turns toasting marshmallows. Each of us thought we had the perfect method, only to end up with a gooey, charred mess. Amish fireplaces often have a rustic charm, built from local stone or brick, and they exude warmth and character. As the flames flicker, they create an ambiance that modern heating systems just can't match. For the Amish, fireplace time is sacred. It's where traditions are passed down, with elders sharing stories that end in laughter or valuable life lessons. But with warmth comes responsibility. There's often some friendly debate over who gets to stoke the fire, a task that sometimes leads to unexpected funny moments. I remember a friend's younger brother trying to adjust the logs, only to create a burst of flames that had everyone scrambling back. Even the simple act of tending a fire can bring smiles and laughter. Amish fireplaces are also built for efficiency. Many families use masonry heaters that trap heat and radiate it slowly, keeping the house warm even after the flames have died down. This means that they can enjoy a cozy evening by the fire, while their home remains warm for hours. And for the Amish, the fireplace serves as a backup heat source, a reliable option when temperatures drop dangerously low. While power outages may cause concern for many, Amish families find peace of mind knowing their fireplace will keep them warm, no matter how cold it gets outside. The scent of a wood-burning fire fills an Amish home with a comforting aroma, like a warm hug on a cold day. It's almost poetic how something as simple as a flame can bring so much comfort and nostalgia. When winter sets in, Amish greenhouses become cozy escapes, offering a bit of warmth even in the coldest months. These greenhouses aren't just for growing food. They're like small pockets of sunshine that help keep winter blues at bay. Inside, temperatures can reach 70 degrees Fahrenheit while it's 30 degrees Fahrenheit outside, making it feel like a tiny tropical retreat. Imagine being bundled up, stepping into a greenhouse, and feeling like you're walking into a warm embrace. The Amish have perfected this setup, combining gardening with smart design by positioning greenhouses in sunny spots and using clear materials to trap sunlight. It's not just about having fresh veggies in winter. It's also a way to create a sustainable, warm space that feels like a summer oasis, even with snow outside. Growing plants in a greenhouse is more than just practicality. It's a little piece of paradise in the heart of winter. Greenhouses also allow the Amish to start seedlings early, giving plants a spa retreat before they face the outdoor world. And let's face it, everyone, even plants, benefits from a little extra care. Imagine a group of children laughing and playing hide and seek among rows of green plants, filling the greenhouse with joy and the scent of fresh soil. It's a picture of community, where families come together to nurture life and celebrate the fruits of their hard work, both literally and figuratively. Greenhouses do more than just keep plants warm. They also channel warmth to nearby areas. Some Amish families even direct the greenhouse heat into their homes, creating a warm, sustainable space through the power of sunlight. The connection between greenhouses and the Amish lifestyle is deep, symbolizing hard work, resourcefulness, and harmony with nature. Where others may rely on high-tech gadgets to control temperatures, the Amish embrace simplicity, showing that warmth, sustainability, and community spirit are what truly keep a home warm during winter. When winter arrives, keeping a home warm isn't just about containing heat. It's about ensuring it circulates evenly throughout the space. This is where natural drafts come into play. That faint breeze you might feel near a window isn't just a chill. It's nature's way of helping with heat distribution. The Amish have mastered the art of using physics to their advantage, allowing natural drafts to help maintain a comfortable warmth in their homes. By carefully positioning openings and vents, they create pathways for warm air to circulate, ensuring that every room stays cozy. Imagine it as a graceful dance of air flowing through the house, bringing warmth to every corner. This approach is energy efficient too, allowing the Amish to rely less on electric heating systems. Instead, they use natural airflow to distribute warmth evenly, like a silent helper making sure no corner is left cold. On especially icy days, when the temperature drops to bone-chilling levels, this technique proves invaluable. A bit of planning allows Amish homes to feel like a warm hug after coming in from the cold. If a room starts to feel a bit chilly, a simple adjustment of a vent or window can guide warm air where it's needed, making it feel like you can almost control the indoor climate naturally. Of course, drafts can sometimes be a bit too ambitious. There are moments when a room might feel more like a breezy corridor than a cozy nook. It's not uncommon for Amish families to joke about their winter wind, playfully referring to those occasional strong drafts. Some might even laugh about how it reminds them of the old days, back when keeping doors tightly closed was essential to keeping the chill out. When it comes to staying warm, the Amish excel in resourcefulness. Instead of purchasing the latest heating gadgets, they take pride in creating their own heating solutions. This isn't just about keeping warm. It's a blend of creativity and practicality that any DIY enthusiast would appreciate. For example, Amish families often craft their own wood-burning stoves. These aren't just regular stoves. They're crafted to maximize efficiency and often become works of art in their own right. Sometimes, communities even hold stove-building parties, where neighbors gather to share tips, techniques, and perhaps some laughter over a warm cup of cider. It's like a neighborhood gathering where everyone contributes their skills to create something truly useful. One family member might excel at building the stove body, while another is skilled at designing the flue system to ensure even heat distribution. This collaborative effort strengthens community ties, with lively conversations filling the air, especially when someone makes a minor miscalculation, and everyone has a good laugh. Amish ingenuity extends to homemade heating pads as well. Using materials like rice or beans, families craft cozy wraps that can be heated up and used to stay warm on cold nights. A friend once shared the experience of using one during a winter storm, describing it as being hugged by a warm cloud. These heating pads can even be customized. Add a hint of lavender for a calming scent, or adjust the weight by adding more beans. Some even make smaller versions for pets, though they must be careful the animals don't confuse them for toys. Their inventiveness also includes building simple but effective rocket stoves. These clever devices use minimal fuel but produce ample heat, making them perfect for cooking breakfast on chilly mornings without needing to heat the whole house. A rocket stove can burn small twigs and branches, allowing families to gather fuel from their own backyards, an eco-friendly way to stay warm and cook up a cozy meal. But the charm of these homemade heating methods lies in the stories they create. Amish grandparents might share memories of building their first homemade heater, recounting both the mistakes and successes. These experiences strengthen family bonds and pass down invaluable skills, creating a legacy of self-sufficiency and resilience. Winter heating becomes a family tradition, with each generation adding its unique touch to the methods. For the Amish, heating their homes isn't just about staying comfortable, it's an expression of their values. At the core of Amish life is a commitment to sustainability and self-reliance, principles that shape every aspect of their daily routines, including how they heat their homes in winter. Their approach to heating reflects a dedication to stewardship of the earth and a reliance on community support rather than outside resources. Community woodlots, where neighbors contribute to the shared supply of firewood, foster a sense of unity that goes beyond simply keeping warm. It's about building relationships and supporting each other through the toughest seasons. While many people turn up the thermostat in winter, Amish communities gather to chop wood together. It's more than just a task. It's a communal event, with friends and family gathering to swap stories and perhaps even engage in a friendly wood chopping contest. The satisfaction of seeing a pile of firewood grow is a point of pride for many, a physical reminder of the warmth their hard work provides. Amish families also save on heating expenses, allowing them to invest in other priorities, like community projects or family gatherings. The cost savings mean more resources can go toward things that matter, like building a new barn, planning a family reunion, or making another batch of pies. Humor also plays a role in how the Amish handle winter's chill. Rather than complaining about the cold, they embrace it, understanding that it's simply a part of life. There's an old Amish saying, "There's no such thing as bad weather, just bad clothing." So, while others might bemoan the freezing temperatures, the Amish bundle up in warm socks, sturdy boots, and handmade quilts. It's this adaptable, cheerful spirit that allows them to thrive even as temperatures drop. For many of us, imagining winter without modern conveniences feels like stepping back in time, but for the Amish, it's just their way of life. Their methods of heating and commitment to sustainable, self-sufficient living aren't just practical. They reflect a deeper connection to the world around them. This lifestyle teaches us that sometimes the best way to stay warm is to embrace the cold with open arms and an open heart. So, as we relax in our heated homes, perhaps we can take a lesson from the Amish. We could all benefit from a bit more sustainability, a little more community spirit, and a touch of humor to help us through those long, cold nights. After all, who wouldn't want that feeling of warmth that comes not just from a stove, but from a strong community and a grounded way of life?